All right, I need the perfect ambient weather. Oh, this is nice. All right. Okay, I'm hopping into the chapter. 1175. Also have Strong Thunderstorm in the Distance by Silent Field in my ears right now. And holy crap, it's the best ambient channel I've ever found because it uses real audio from real places where real weather is happening. Anyway, 1175 Nidhogg. I have one of those. Anyway, um, cover request by Ramen Maru. Sabo getting swarmed by koala joeys. I love this. I love this so much. I love koala and Sabo. I love koalas. They do have chlamydia, but I still love them anyway, with protection, of course. Okay. Okay. We start off with Sanji and a little bit of Firefoot. The captured Straw Hats are. Okay. I wonder how he broke that. Robin, thank goodness. Thanks. That's our Sanji. So those vines are weak to higher temperatures. Much obliged. Come on. Come on. You guys could have figured that out. I'm afraid there's no time to celebrate. Yeah, this hockey and that roar just now. What is that massive shadow? West Village. Ripley, Oimo, Rodo. Our folks need help. They were stabbed by thorns. Mommy's going to die. Loki, the village isn't safe. Take the kids somewhere less dangerous. Not my problem. They went and jumped on my back. I'm just dropping them off. All of you climb down now. Oh, it's Zoro. Hey. Dude, look at the in the corner here, the nightmare monsters being scared. I love that little detail. People of Elbaf, the children are safe. Rizo is safe. Thank goodness. There are no more hostages to worry about. All right. Ooh, we have hella panels here. Okay. Okay, Luffy is really giant. Unless there's some weird perspective shenanigans going on. Luffy is super big, and so is the little squirrel chipmunk thing. So is Ragnar. You guys took your sweet time. Don't tell me that dragon is. Yep, it's Loki. This place should be safe with you here. Yeah, that's no problem. Since you've already gone giant mode, can you guys take care of those dream monsters? Elbaf won't last long if we leave them be. On it. Hmm? They came raining down out of nowhere. These things are. It's more thorns. Get the children inside, quick. Give up already, you dumbasses. Wait, hold on a sec. Give me just a moment. Okay. They came raining down out of nowhere. It's more thorns. Get the children inside, quick. Give up already, you dumbasses. That creep's still after us. I ain't gonna let any of you trash heaps survive. You cheated me out of that touching moment. What a what a fuck. Actually, this might be for the best since the brats were saved. I haven't failed the mission yet. I can still take them to the Holy Land as planned, but first, I'll finish off their dying parents. Taste my rapid fire thorn launcher. That looks pretty sweet. And the kids stand up. I won't let you. This time I'm gonna save mom. I'm gonna save mom and the rest. Me too. Me three. Huh? I'm gonna cry. You morons are priceless. At this point, screw it. I don't even care about the mission anymore. I'm just grateful I get to kill you guys myself. Now, who's going first? I'll never forget the brave looks on your simple faces. Say goodbye now. Colin, please run. No, I'm gonna protect you, mommy. And they're raining down. And Luffy's coming in hot, dude. Okay, wait, hold on. I skipped. Okay. Zoro's kind of cracking him up. Way to go, Zoro. I knew you had this in the bag. What? Who did that? Zoro. He's a member of my crew. And don't you forget it. Dude, Luffy's grabbing a lightning bolt and he's huge. This is so sick. Gum Gum. Oh, dude, he's got a little scope. Huh? Booming Dawn Thor rifle. Dude, so sick. Summers gets obliterated. His eyes are literally popping out of his head, and his whole face got ripped in half. The Straw Hats. Oh, it came off. Mom, that's. I finally got to see it, Luffy Kun's white form. He really does look just like Nika. I believe he's the one, the warrior of liberation. Did you say Nika? Pff, that's just a tall tale told to scare kids. Hmm? Ah, it's a real Nidhogg. We were really saved by that? Well, time to go. Is that? That's Loki, all right. This is the first time I've seen him like this, too. So you're saying Elbaf's national treasure is. It's a forbidden devil fruit. The mythological dragon fruit model, Nidhogg. It said that whoever eats it can transform into the world's most colossal dragon. The size of the creature is relative to the initial size of whoever ate the fruit, of course. Think of it this way: a giant would grow larger than a human undergoing the same transformation, and an ancient giant's growth is naturally even greater than that. That combination is what brings out the devil fruit's true potential. They say this dragon breathes lightning, and when it flies, its jet black body can turn day into night. So the fruit was forbidden and hidden due to its immense power? Not quite. It's just been protected by the Hammer Guardian Ragnir. In Elbaf, there is a legend about a god of war who fought with Ragnir. It is said that he took the form of a giant dragon and he locked horns with the sun god. He was accompanied by a loyal partner, the ice squirrel Ratatosker? Ratatosker? To make a long story short, after his master died, they say the loyal Ratatosker came to possess the weapon Ragnir and awaits his master's return, or so the legend goes. But it seems Ragnir is no longer acting as a guard for the fruit's power. It's finally made its choice. It chose Loki. Dude, he looks so sick. And he's ginormous. Absolutely destroying the nightmare creatures. Thrudheim. And we have Gunko watching and Emu, of course. So that is it. The Nidhogg. It was here. It was here all along. Okay. I mean, this was cool. I mean, we got some cool panels. There's a lot of tiny panels this chapter. Got some cool lore. It is said that he took the form of a giant dragon and he locked horns with the sun god. He was accompanied by a loyal partner, the ice squirrel Ratatosker. To make a long story short, okay. So we do have foreshadowing. I mean, it's about as conclusive as it gets. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we do for a fact have foreshadowing that Luffy and Loki could fight. There, that foreshadowing has been set up. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it could. And we see the ice squirrel being very mad at the sun god in this little flashback panel, but clearly the squirrel is fine with Luffy now. Like he's actually chilling with Luffy. He's literally hopping up in the air, all happy with Luffy on top of Loki's head. And Emu kind of saying that. I mean, sure, like it's a powerful devil fruit, but clearly it's special. There's many powerful devil fruits, but this is the first one other than the Nika fruit that we've seen Emu comment on, or the elders, I should say. I don't think Emu's commented directly on it. But yeah, good chapter. I mean, I think let me just review as I always do if there's anything I missed. What is Zoro's plan? Did we ever get to see that? Like, was his plan just to cut people up, as is tradition? Way to go, Zoro. He's a member of my crew. Don't forget it, dude. Luffy looks so sick here and just obliterates Summers. And they don't believe it. Why is Emu not commented on Nika? Like, is it just like, nah, that can't be him? I have no idea. Color spread and cover coming next chapter in 1176. Cannot wait to see it. Starhosh, hey man, what's up? What'd you think of the chapter? You stopped watching One Piece since Whole Cake Island? Honestly, valid. I get that. I actually got into the manga during Whole Cake. Um, the anime in Whole Cake especially was super slow, and there was just a lot of crocam bushes and a lot of running through the forest. I get that, but dude, definitely get back into it. Like Wano is so sick, and obviously every arc has like a slow burn to it. Um, but I feel like it pays off. Whole Cake, yeah, Whole Cake. I don't know if it really paid off. It was good at the end and kind of in retrospect, but during, yeah, rough. Wano is sick. Elbaf is really sick, and Egghead after Wano is was amazing. Highly recommend you get back into it. I mean, business is booming right now in the One Piece community. What part did you stop at exactly? Just remember Sanji was being kidnapped. I really want to get back to catch up everything cuz I know I'll be missing too much before it ends. Yeah, and I mean there's no time limit either, really. You can get into it whenever you want. I love One Piece so much, obviously. But like, yeah, being part of the community and that's just fun. Like watching all the videos that are up to date and stuff. And I don't know if you're a manga reader, but I would recommend reading the manga too, especially because the chapters are like super short. Like it's not like any other series I've read a chapter in where the chapters can take like, I don't know, like Hunter x Hunter. It takes me like 30 minutes to read a chapter, but this you can get done in like 5 minutes. So they're super short. And if you have a One Piece boner like I do, it's like, oh yeah, finally, give me the new content. And you get it every week. So yeah, you probably, if Sanji was just kidnapped or kind of, so is it kind of like, are you at like the beginning of Whole Cake Island? Because I feel like that was like probably towards the beginning. I think so before she got defeated. Big Mom. There's some kind of, well, I won't say anything if you're gonna get back, but yeah, it's probably the beginning. So there's gonna be some. Actually, I don't know. Is One Pace still a thing? If it is, consider looking into that. It's just One Pace, Pace, and I believe it just kind of cuts all the BS out, and so you just get like streamlined. Like you don't get 5 minutes of characters like looking at each other, like making facial reactions or something like that. It's just really streamlined. It's not like a highlight, but they cut out a lot of that filler stuff. Might be something worth looking into because there's definitely some crazy filler episodes in Whole Cake Island, like where you feel like you wasted 20 minutes of your life. But that's like a lot of anime too. When shit starts to pop off, and it's like 10 minutes of like recap and then 5 minutes on the back end of like the next episode, so you're like left with like 10 minutes of actual content. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I got caught up before I even heard about One Piece, but really good from what I've heard. Definitely check it out. It really was kind of a random arc now that I think about it. Like it showcased Big Mom and we got Sanji's backstory is really good though, actually. Like the that arc for the purpose of Sanji's place in the story and in the world and like as he relates to his own family is really good. But there's a lot of crap, but it's worth it. And then Wano is like the land of the samurai, so like you already know that's gonna be sick. I just wrapped up chapter 1175. It was also super cool. Don't spoil yourself. But I appreciate you stopping by, dude. I love seeing new faces around here, metaphorically. My cat's being crazy. It was, dude, there was a dragon. I'll say that. A big ass dragon. So sick in Elbaf right now, the land of the giants. So a big ass dragon is fitting. What else do you watch? If you watch any other anime or read any manga? Dude, I love Hunter x Hunter. Like I have I have volume 90 of Hunter x Hunter somewhere around here. Dude, Hunter x Hunter was so sick. It's I mean, if One Piece is number 1, I feel like Hunter x Hunter is my number 2. Um, I was so pumped to learn more about the Dark Continent. I just had to pick up, a manga volume. Dude, his plot structure and, like, characters and all that is so complicated, but, like, in a really good way. Like, it's really engaging, and I like when an author and I love anime, like, shonen can be kind of casual with and I'm not saying that it doesn't have surprises, but, like, I like when an author is like, "Hey, this is complicated, and I know you can keep up," and I appreciate that respect that the author gives me as the reader or the viewer. I have not watched Death Note, which is crazy, but Monster, if it's the I think it's the one I'm thinking of that's, like, on Netflix. I've heard nothing but great things about that. I think I watched the first couple of episodes, and I know it's ranked, like, super, super high on IMDb for whatever that's worth. But Monster is one that's been on my list for a really, really long time. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know if it got cut, but clearly they're not in any rush to get out, like, the next season, if you will. Um, I don't think it got cut. I think because Tagashi, the mangaka, I think that's his name. I think because he writes so slowly, it just takes forever for them to get a sizable chunk of material to work with. and which sucks because it's like, bro, I don't care if you give me like an episode like 2 a year. I just want something because it's dude, it's crazy what's going on in the manga. The next like little arc, and everything that has to do with the Dark Continent. Absolutely insane. Because I feel like fans of the show are like, dude, the Chimera ants are crazy and they're from the Dark Continent. But it's like, dude, they people don't have any idea. Like I think like tiny spoilers, but I think as far as like threat level as a whole, I think the Chimera ants were ranked like C out of like A, B, C. Meruem, I think, is probably A, but like as a whole, the ants were ranked like C out of there might even be an S. Um, but like it's crazy. Yo, Psalm, what's up? Nika do be taming Nidhogg. That's what I'm saying. Like he told everyone else like get off me, but he didn't tell Luffy to get off. I mean, he did say all of you climb down now, but I mean, he doesn't seem to care. Psalm, I think, and Star, if you want to stay spoiler free. I don't know when you're gonna catch up, but there's some spoilers coming. Um, Summer's finally got what he deserved with that punch, dude, for sure, and then some. But I was saying earlier in the stream, I'm not saying it needs to happen or that it will, but Oda has 100% for a fact laid down foreshadowing for Luffy and Loki to fight each other. And fight is like a very loaded word. Like it could be a clash, it could be a full on fight, it could be like one for fun. Good luck, Star. Good luck on your test, my guy. I actually have a test tomorrow as well. But yeah, it with the flashback from Ya Rule that was like, yeah, what do you say? The god of war and the sun god like fought each other. And it's alluded to that the sun god killed the god of war. So I think that's something interesting that could happen in the future. I don't know why it would need to. We'll have to wait and see, but I think it's cool. I love the little ice squirrel. Rotado skir. Rotato skir. Yarul knows a lot of the history of the lore of Elbaf. We need to get a flashback on him before the end of the arc. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like and I guess I to be honest, I'm less interested in him in that flashback than I am at the state of the world in which he exists in. That's the thing that I would find most interesting in that flashback. I mean, because he is the oldest living giant that we know of since the death of Mountain Beard. I believe. Dude, also, the panel of Luffy in the sky with the lightning bolt behind him, like, what an absolute menace. Dude, so sick. Yeah, as far as I remember seeing him as far back as the flashback with Big Mom's story, yeah, I was actually just talking about that dude's star, about, Whole Cake Island, because he said he dropped, well, you'd see in the chat, or we probably can't actually. I should change that, for the next stream. I'll make sure to include the chat. Um, yeah, he was talking about how he dropped, One Piece anime during Whole Cake, which is kind of valid. I mean, in retrospect, I feel like Whole Cake was a lot better than it was. It's a lot better as a whole than it was week to week, that's for sure. That is for sure. Because week to week was rough. I don't know if we ever talked about this. When did you get caught up? Or like when did you start reading the manga? Because I started reading the manga, I think during Whole Cake. The part that really dragged out was the wedding cake and the big mom chase towards the end of it, reading it in the manga especially. Yeah, yeah. Uh the leading on Big Mom and the chase at the end was like pretty like a lot of the tension got cut because it's like, okay, if Big Mom is an emperor and she's so powerful, why has she not caught them? I think for me it was like all that BS during like yeah, I think the chase like in the woods or like when Luffy and Nami were in the woods or something. That shit took forever. It appears that Psalm has left the chat. Oh, he's back. Luffy and Katakuri's fight was the best fight in that whole arc. Yeah, I think it was. I feel like, hmm, I think it was this second, arguably first. Uh, I think best Luffy fight because I think the first fight with Lucci is obviously just so infamous, and even rewatching it relatively recently, there was such a sensation that, I felt at least where, because Lucci was like, "Hey, Luffy, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna kill your friends." And I really felt that. Like, he Lucci was someone capable, of remorselessly killing the Straw Hat crew and possibly defeating Luffy, and I mean, arguably, he did, like, for, like, a second, like, he got tapped out too. And it was very the Lucci fight, the first Lucci fight with Luffy and Katakuri's fight with Luffy mirror each other in a lot of ways, kind of in that respect. I didn't get the sense that Katakuri actually ended up being a way better guy than Lucci, but there was still that sense of where Lucci was going to kill the Straw Hat crew out of maliciousness and violence. Katakuri would have dealt with the Straw Hat crew out of necessity. Yeah, the Lucci fight in Enies Lobby was dope. You are 100% correct. There was so much tension, like, it was so palpable. There was so much on the line. It wasn't just getting back Robin, it was the whole crew escaping with their lives. Like, it was the tension was palpable, it was extremely high, and that's one of the reasons why it's the GOAT. But Luffy versus Katakuri is a close second. Very, very close second. Let's see. But overall, I mean, great chapter. Solid 8 out of 10 easily. I do have to wrap the stream up though. I still have some late night Sunday things to wrap up before I get the week started. So I wish I didn't have to cut it short, but Psalm, always a pleasure to have you stop by. And I will see you a week from today, probably around 10 o'clock. Anyone else who's watching, I'll see you at 10 o'clock on Sunday, the 8th. So peace out. Oh yeah. Okay. One more thing. Did you happen to notice that the panel Emu in the present, that there was no fire going on around him within the walls of Marijua? Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, do you think? Okay, so what do you think? Because I feel like this could imply that they've either already taken care of everything that was going on there, or that it just didn't happen to reach Pangea Castle yet. What do you think is happening? I reread the chapter like the day before yesterday and happened to notice that in the panel after my reaction. Yeah. Yeah, what do you think that's all about? I'd have to see what was the last chapter where we saw Marie Joie? Because I mean, I feel like it could have been quelled since we last saw it. Had to be a few chapters ago. I mean, guaranteed. I'm scrolling through right now trying to find it. Damn, this is far back. It's taken me a while too to scroll through all the chapters. Damn, I don't know. That is interesting, though. I'm gonna look into that off stream. But Psalm, I gotta go. Okay, wait. Okay, sorry. Okay, wait. 11:49. I was gonna say it had to have been low key before the flashback. Wait, where is it in 11:49? Before the flashback, all the panels of Emu and the recent ones prior to 1175 were in the past years of God Valley. And Harold's flashback timing, we just got. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm scrolling through 1149. I don't see any panels of Marie Joie. There's a part where in 1149 with Lafitte, there's a part where Lafitte is like hanging out somewhere hiding and he's talking on a din din, stating that it's on fire. This is chapter 1149, right? Where Scopper cuts Summers in half. Chapter 11. Okay, okay, yeah. I'm checking right now. 1140. Okay, where he first. Okay, maybe I was looking for the wrong. I was looking for the wrong thing, maybe. Dang, I forgot about the end of 1149 where Gunko remembers her father. The Holy Land is currently in a sea of flames. Now seems to require additional military force. Yes, okay. Yeah, dude, I cannot wait for the Brook and Gunko stuff and like the patricide and all that shit. Yes, yes, you are right. So clearly it was quelled. I swear we got a chapter 2 more maybe even more recently than this where we get a panel of the celestial dragons kind of freaking out that their food and stuff is being burned, their food storage, and like if people don't do anything about it, they'll be killed. I'm wondering if the Holy Land is on fire, like on the outskirts of where Emu's chambers are, as maybe perhaps time flows differently there. It's just odd too because it's the first time we're seeing him speak in the present. Yeah. Well, certainly since he took over Gunko. It's the first time since the flashback ended, which really would have been maybe like shit. It probably hasn't even been a day since yeah, since the Holy Land was on fire. That is interesting. That is interesting. Cause yeah, like it's fine. Hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to theory craft something on that psalm. I got to get out of here though. I do have to run. So, thanks for stopping by for real this time, and I will see you next Sunday. So, peace out. Thanks for everyone who stopped by. Have a good, safe week as always.